Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
The protein Medin is deposited in the blood vessels of the brains of Alzheimer's patients along with the protein amyloid-β. Researchers from DZNE have discovered this so-called co-aggregation. They have now published their observation in the journal Nature. Medin has been known for over 20 years, but its influence on diseases was previously underestimated. We were able to show that pathological changes in the blood vessels of Alzheimer's patients are significantly enhanced by Medin, says Dr. Jonas Neher from the Tübingen site of DZNE, who led the study. These aggregates then deposit both as so-called plaques directly in the brain tissue, but also in its blood vessels, thereby damaging the nerve cells and the blood vessels, respectively. But while many studies have focused on amyloid-β, Medin has not been a focus of interest. There was little evidence of pathology, that is, of a clinically striking finding associated with Medin, and that is often the prerequisite for a more in-depth study of an amyloid, Jonas Neher explains. With his team, Jonas Neher originally found that Medin even develops in aging mice, and reported this discovery 2 years ago in the scientific journal PNAS. The older the mice get, the more Medin accumulates in the blood vessels of their brains, was the finding at the time. What's more, when the brain becomes active and triggers an increase in blood supply, vessels with Medin deposits expand more slowly than those without Medin. This ability of blood vessels to expand, however, is important to optimally supply the brain with oxygen and nutrients. For their latest results, the researchers built on this foundation and looked specifically at Alzheimer's disease. First, they were able to show in Alzheimer's mouse models that Medin accumulates even more strongly in the brain's blood vessels if amyloid-β deposits are also present. Importantly, these findings were confirmed when brain tissue from organ donors with Alzheimer's dementia was analyzed. However, when mice were genetically modified to prevent Medin formation, significantly fewer amyloid-β deposits developed, and as a result, less damage to blood vessels occurred. There are only a handful of research groups worldwide working on Medin at all, says Jonas Neher. Most recently, a study from the US reported that Medin levels may increase in Alzheimer's patients. However, it remained unclear whether this increase is merely a consequence of the disease or whether it is one of the causes. We have now been able to show through many experiments that Medin actually promotes vascular pathology in Alzheimer's models, Neher said. So Medin deposits are indeed a cause of blood vessel damage. This allowed them to show that Medin and amyloid-β are deposited together in blood vessels of the brain. Co-localization is the technical term for this. In a next step, they were able to prove that these two amyloids also co-aggregate, that is, form mixed deposits. Amazingly, Medin interacts directly with amyloid-β and promotes its aggregation. This was completely unknown. Jonas Neher summarizes the results. It is precisely from this insight that the researchers draw hope for the development of a new treatment. Therefore, treatments that target not only plaques but also affected blood vessels could help patients. In a next step, it will now be necessary to determine if Medin aggregates can be removed therapeutically and whether this intervention actually has an effect on cognitive performance. The scientists first want to test this in mouse models, because these reflect the pathological changes in Alzheimer's patients very well. Make a difference. Sponsored opportunity story source. Materials provided by DZNE, German Center for Neurodegenerative Diseases. Note: content may be edited for style and length. New target for Alzheimer's therapies found. Science Daily, the 17th of November 2022. ift.tt/kaivoip. DZNE, German Center for Neurodegenerative Diseases. 2022, November 17. New target for Alzheimer's therapies found. Science Daily. Retrieved November 17, 2022 from ift.tt/kaivoip. DZNE, German Center for Neurodegenerative Diseases. New target for Alzheimer's therapies found. Science Daily. ift.tt/kaivoip. Accessed November 17, 2022. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.